Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we will install macOS Sequoia in VMware. So this method supports both Intel and AMD processors and uses an OpenCore VMDK file to boot macOS Sequoia without modifying the VMX configuration file. So I have divided this video into different parts. Make sure you follow each step very carefully. Now let's get started. In the first part, we will download and install the required files. You can find all the links in the video description below. So here is the list of all the files we will need. First, we will need the VMware Workstation Pro installer file. You can go to this URL and download the installer file. Next, we will download the macOS Unlocker to unlock the macOS guest operating system in VMware. You can go to this URL and download the file. Next, we will need the macOS Sequoia ISO file to install macOS on VMware. So here is the link to download the file. And lastly, we will need the OpenCore boot VMDK file. So here is a catch. You need to download the file based on the number of cores you will allot to your virtual machine. For this video, I will download the 4-core VMDK file. Once all the files are downloaded, we will begin with the installation of VMware Workstation Pro. Now, simply double-click on the installer file and follow the installation steps. Once installed, extract the contents of the macOS Unlocker zip file. Once extracted, look for the win-install file. Now, right-click on this file and click on Run as Administrator. Now you will see a set of codes running. Once the process is finished, it will automatically close your command prompt. So with this, our first part of the process is complete. In the second part, we will create a new macOS Sequoia virtual machine and attach the OpenCore boot VMDK and the macOS Sequoia ISO. Now, open your VMware Workstation Pro and click on Create a new virtual machine. Select Typical and then click on Next. Under Installer Disk Image, click on the Browse button. Then select the macOS Sequoia ISO file that you have downloaded above. Once done, click on Next. Under Guest Operating System, select Apple macOS. Under Version, select macOS 15. Then click on Next. Now, set the name and location of your virtual machine and click on Next. Under Disk Capacity, select Store as a single file and then click on Next. With this, your virtual machine is now ready. Now, we will make some changes to the VM settings. To do that, click on Edit this virtual machine settings. Now, click on Processors and set the number of processors to the type of file you downloaded for the OpenCore boot VMDK. So previously, while downloading the files, I downloaded the 4-core file. So I will set the number of cores to 4. Under Hard Disk, click on Advanced. Now, set the node to SATA 3 and then click on OK. So we moved this to SATA 3 since we want to boot primarily from the OpenCore boot file, which we will set to SATA 0. Now leave everything as default and then click on the Add button. Select the hard disk and then click on Next. Select SATA and click on Next. Now click on Use an existing virtual hard disk and then click on Next. Now click on Browse and select the 4-core OpenCore boot VMDK file that you have downloaded above and then click on Open. Click Finish and then click on Keep Existing Format. So once the hard disk is added, click on Advanced and make sure it is set to SATA 0. Once everything is complete, click on OK. So with this, we have successfully completed our second part. In part 3, we will start our macOS Sequoia virtual machine and complete the installation in VMware. So just click on Power on this virtual machine and wait for it to boot. Once booted, you will see the OpenCore boot menu. Here, click on Install macOS Sequoia and then wait for a while. After a while, you will see the language selection screen. Just select your language and click on Next. Under macOS Recovery, click on Disk Utility. Now, select your VMware Virtual SATA hard drive media and then click on the Erase button. Now, set a name for your hard disk. Keep the format as APFS and your scheme to GUID partition. Once done, click on Erase. So once the hard disk is erased, close your disk utility. Now, click on Install macOS Sequoia and then click on Continue. Now, accept these terms and conditions. Now, select the hard drive that you have just created and continue with the installation steps. So this process will take some time. For me, it took around 25 minutes and several restarts, and then you will see the macOS Sequoia installer welcome screen. So these are the basic installation steps of macOS. Just follow this video and continue with the installation steps. During this installation phase, you will experience a significant lag with your mouse and keyboard movements, which is pretty normal. Once the installation is complete, the experience will be much better. After several restarts, you will finally see the macOS Sequoia welcome screen. So with this, our part 3 is over. In part 4, we will install VMware Tools and log in to our Apple account. So once everything is ready, you will see your macOS Sequoia desktop. So first, we will install VMware Tools. To do that, click on VM in the top menu and then click on Install VMware Tools. Now, you will see this error message, but with a download link. So just click on this download link and save the darwin.iso file to your desktop. Now, go back to your VM and click on VM in the top menu of VMware. Now, go to Removable Devices and then click on CD/DVD and then click on Settings. Now, click on Add and select CD/DVD and click on Finish. Under Connections, click on Browse and then attach the darwin.iso file that you have downloaded above. Once done, restart your virtual machine. So once your macOS restarts, you will see VMware Tools on your desktop. Just double-click on it and proceed with the installation. So if you see this warning, just click on Open System Settings. Now click on Allow where it says VMware services were blocked. Once done, close your system settings, then reinstall your VMware Tools. So once the installation is complete, click on the Restart button to restart your Mac. Now, once your macOS desktop loads, you will see that your desktop resolution has changed. With this, we have successfully installed our VMware Tools on our macOS Sequoia VM. Now, since our desktop is currently white, let's add a wallpaper to it. To do that, open Safari and search for any wallpaper that you like. So I will download a macOS Sequoia wallpaper and set it as my desktop background. Great. Moving on, open your system settings and then click on Sign in with your Apple account. You can now type in your Apple account credentials and log in with your Apple account. So that's about it. We have successfully installed macOS Sequoia on VMware regardless of the processor type. So I was getting a lot of queries from AMD users who couldn't run macOS Sequoia on VMware. So this is the easiest method for AMD users to run macOS Sequoia on their PCs. So if you face any issues, you can comment down below and I will get back to you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos like these. I'll see you in the next one.